Bookstacks, where we prove to our friends that they aren't as boring as they think they are. My name's Maria.
My name's Jack, and today we have Jordan with us.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
Jordan.
What's up?
How's it
So
going?
Jordan,
Tell me.
how do you
Give it to
feel?
me straight.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
Oh.
Definitely a dog person.
Definitely a dog
Definitely
person.
a dog
So
person.
tell me about
Cats.
cats.
Cats. It's rough. It's rough.
Okay, what happened to
I don't
you?
partake in cats.
You don't partake?
I don't
Well,
partake.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, I don't think
They-
either of you guys are
Yeah.
cat people, right?
Never.
Okay.
partaken in a cat before.
Yeah, I mean, like, I
I
just,
don't
I don't.
think I know what y'all mean.
I'm not a cat guy. Okay, I'm a
Okay.
big dog guy. I
Okay.
love dogs. I have the
Yeah.
best dog I love her so much.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
the best.
She is kind of the best, though.
Shout out Star.
Shout
Follow her
out
on
to Star.
Instagram.
Yeah, she has an
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah.
Follow
What's
her.
the handle?
Good question.
Starfish.
Yeah, Starfish. Yes.
Let's go.
Starfish.
She does her research.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, cats. That's like my biggest fear, and like I'm not really afraid of much, to be
okay.
honest. But cats do it for me.
Okay.
I had when I was younger, I had a bad experience, and like I don't really even remember it that well because I was so young.
Okay.
But it's just ingrained in my soul for some reason.
Oh no.
You don't
And
even remember what happened?
I mean, I kind of remember, and like
Has
my mom,
anybody ever told
my
you?
mom has told
Oh,
me.
I was-
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I feel it.
We don't talk about Masons.
Yeah.
We'll circle back to that.
Okay.
Anyways, so what happened?
Yeah, so we were at like a family friend's house or something like that, and they
Mm-hmm.
had a cat, and I was playing with it, and I guess I did something that it didn't like, and like I pet it the wrong way, or
Yeah.
like I played with its tail or something, or pulled it maybe, and it like snapped at me, and like I was just so little, it just like freaked me out, and like I
Yeah.
really don't even remember that, but like I've
Yeah.
always just like carried that fear. Like I don't even remember a time where I wasn't afraid of cats.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Do you know how old you were?
Like probably like less than 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's not
It's tough.
childhood trauma.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oof.
So I literally, like, on the way up here, like, I saw a cat, like, downstairs. And I, like, anytime, like, I'm around a cat,
It was Kitty King.
wait,
We'll circle back.
you
to
know
Kitty
this
King.
cat?
Yeah, we'll go-
This cat is known in the community?
Oh yeah.
No, by me.
Oh, by
tweeted
you?
him.
Oh, that's why
Anyways.
he's sticking around. I mean,
Yeah.
He's like,
No, it's true.
mm,
Anyways,
noted.
keep going.
Yeah, I saw a cat, and my body literally got hot. Like, if there's a cat, like, in the room, like, my body will get hot. I'll be sweating, and, like, I'm gonna be, like, looking to see where it is, like,
Oh
at
my
all
gosh.
times. Like, it's
Dang.
bad.
I'm so sorry.
It's bad, yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm
Like,
okay.
have you been okay so far?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't really been like a huge issue for me, and it's not really something that like I'm looking to get over, either.
Well,
Like,
Okay.
I
maybe you
mean,
can change your mind.
I mean, if I had to, okay, here's the thing, like,
I'm
if
kidding.
if
Oh, no.
if like one of my like close like friends or like a family member, which one of my brothers does have 3 cats actually,
Whoa.
and
Oh,
I've
whoa.
met one of them,
Okay.
which was a big step for me. It was like
Yeah,
a year
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
I like pet it, like
Yeah.
rubbed up against me. Like, it was alright.
Whoa,
Nice.
I
My
feel
body
like
was hot.
that counts as facing a fear.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to do it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I don't need
No,
to do
no,
it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if there was somebody like really close to me that I was gonna see often, like had a cat and like
Yeah.
I had to be around it, then like I would try to like deal with it more. But since it really hasn't been an issue overall, you know, it is what it is.
I
Fair.
just feel like that is the healthiest thing I've ever heard
Oh.
about a fear.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not acknowledging that enough.
What,
No,
what do you think is like healthy about it?
I just that you're like, okay, there's some boundaries that I set, but then also like if somebody I love has a cat, I'm gonna try and get used to it. Like that's kind of crazy. I felt like that was really healthy.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
there's.
wouldn't do that about my fears. I don't do that with snakes. I ain't.
I would literally. I would rather pet a snake every single day than pet a cat every single day.
I mean, that's
Like
fair.
100.
That's
I mean,
wild.
100%.
I don't understand, but I do
Dang.
for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
fair. Are you afraid of
'Cause I-
snakes?
you know.
I don't know that I'm super afraid of snakes, but I definitely don't want to go near them, you know?
That's fair. Yeah.
Fair.
So I've never been around a pet snake. I've had friends with like
Okay.
lizards and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are fun for other people. But I'd rather like dogs, love dogs. Cats could grow to love cats.
Okay.
Or
Could
like a
I like-
specific cat.
Okay. Okay, that
Um,
makes sense.
Generally, I don't want a cat.
Yeah.
So,
Generally, I don't want a cat. but
yep.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm not
crazy.
looking to change that, but
And you know what? You're right. No, I'm just kidding.
He said, "Amen."
but I'd rather have a dog or cat than like a snake
Okay.
or a lizard.
No, why would you?
Or
no.
I have
Oh,
a friend
like-
with pet rats,
Really?
Oh no!
and they're like
No.
super.
Don't say smart because they are smart. But it
No,
freaks
they're
me out.
smart,
That's
but
what
I was
freaks me
gonna
out.
say more of like they're very. I don't know about cuddly, but like will like climb on you
Oh.
and hang out with you and that type of thing. And
No.
they're like,
Like-
they're
No,
clean.
I'm
They're
out for
not
that.
like street rats that they brought in. It's like a PetSmart rat.
But these rats are
But,
like
uh,
out.
no,
like,
they're in a
out
cage.
and
They're in a
about.
cage.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no. Because if they
But
were
you
out,
just
they
said
would
climb on
probably
you.
just go be street rats.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Even
They would obviously
Yeah.
choose the street life.
if I was a rat, I mean, what else are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Have you seen Ratatouille?
Great movie.
They're not wrong.
It's so hard to.
Yeah, wait, no. Time
You can
out.
take
Wait,
the
wait,
rat.
That,
You
the
can
whole
take
plot of that movie.
You can
is
take the
that-
rat out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the rat. Okay.
No, the whole plot of that movie is that there's a street rat that no longer wants to be a street.
And then he leads his whole family off
to
the streets.
not. Yes.
But how hard was it, Maria? That's my point. It's so hard.
Again,
It's so hard to get the street out of the rat.
It's true. It's ingrained.
But if
It's
you were
ingrained.
Yeah.
a non-street rat, going to the street would be easier.
I think it would feel like coming home to yourself.
That's like have you guys seen Flushed Away? Have you guys seen that movie?
Yes.
That's like the opposite. Where he's like a house rat and then he gets flushed down and he's a street
Yeah.
rat.
And then he's a street rat.
Yeah.
He doesn't
But then
like
he
that.
grows.
He didn't
to-
like it.
Wait,
No,
but doesn't
see-
he grow to like it?
He grows to love the other rats. But like not.
And
the
isn't that a
streets.
metaphor for life?
It is.
In case you were wondering about street rats.
Or
We're
cats?
inside rats.
Yeah.
Cats. You know what would get rid of the rat problem?
Don't say it.
A cat.
Wow.
It's true.
It's true.
And
Yeah.
you know what would get rid of the cat? A dog.
No.
Oh,
But you
That's
know
not
that
true.
you know what would get rid of the dog? A goat.
I don't know if that's true.
I read this book on it once. I read this book on it. It was about this old lady
Jack, you were.
who swallowed
He's
a
on one
fly.
Wait, what? A fly?
Have y'all ever read that?
No.
There was an
No,
old lady
go
who
ahead.
swallowed a fly. Y'all
Oh,
never read
yes,
that?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
I don't think
She
so.
swallows a fly and then a spider
Oh.
and then I
I
think it's a
vaguely remember
mouse
this.
and then a cat, a dog, and it keeps going and bigger animals and she swallows them all to catch the last one she swallowed. And
She swallowed a goat.
yeah, she swallowed like a bull. And then I'm pretty sure she got up to like an elephant to catch the bull or something like that. Or
Dang.
it's been a while, but I remember the
You remember
mouse
the
cat
order.
dog
I see
relationship.
what- okay,
Okay.
honestly, that joke was really good, and that's on us for not
Hopefully
being-
somebody out there.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
hope you
one of
got
the
that
bookworms
because
gets
honestly,
it. Oh,
Well,
jargon alert.
Name drop. What?
That's crazy. Jordan came up with that.
Jargon alert.
Speaking of
Yeah.
bookworms, Jordan,
Anyways.
I'm a bookworm.
he's a bookworm.
Well, quick side note. I do have a cat here. The cat is among us, but Jordan's
It
been
is.
okay.
Yeah, been alright.
There is a stray cat that I've been feeding.
Different cat.
Different cat.
What was the name? King something?
Kitty King.
Kitty
And
King. 'Kay.
so Kitty King is from the streets.
He's from the streets, man. He
And-
looks like if I let him into this house, he might kill me.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
It's
he
not.
is a certified street cat. And I'm currently
Mm.
cat sitting. I don't own a cat myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently cat sitting for a certified inside cat.
And his name is Kitty Boy.
So shout
And
out
it's
to Kitty Boy.
pretty, I feel like it's pretty descriptive of each,
Yeah.
the attitude of each.
One of them's like scrawny, scrappy. The other one's literally spends all day laying around. And I love them both. And yeah, anyways, but so that's probably who you saw, Kitty.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
feel like
scrappy.
because I have a fear of cats, I feel like I see them all the time.
Yeah,
And
I was about to say.
like you're always like on the
Yeah.
lookout for them. And
Mhm.
yeah.
like at Gabby, my fiance, at her,
Ooh.
at her.
Yo.
Jordan has a
Oh,
crush. Ooh.
yeah. At her complex, there's a cat that lives there, like
Okay.
to take care of like rats and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I see him like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And like during the day, if I'm there, it's fine. Like if
Wait, aren't y'all gonna live there?
I, Yeah,
Are you gonna be
Okay.
I'll be okay.
There's
But
only the one cat, right?
yeah, just one.
Okay.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to walk by his biggest fear every day. Have you ever done that? That's terrifying.
But like keeping your distance, it'll keep its distance. Like
Yeah,
it'll
usually.
be okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I try. You know,
I feel
Yeah.
for you.
a
You're
few
fighter.
times. Thank you.
You can bring a spray bottle if it gets bad.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
and
that gonna do to a stray cat? It's gonna give him more incentive to attack you.
Maybe, or it'll just freak him out and it'll run.
His job is killing things.
Yeah, but mice, not men.
mice and men.
That was good. That was good.
Nice.
That was good.
One time, or a few times actually, it was like up on like somebody's Jeep when I went outside,
Whoa.
and I was parked like 2 cars down, and so I turned around.
Whoa.
Did not get in my car.
She's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, nope. That would be crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah,
on
no, no.
multiple
Okay.
occasions. Yeah.
Maybe we do a series sometime on like how to live in a world with cats,
There you go.
and it's just for like how do you.
It's just Jordan telling us how he avoids
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
All the tips for navigating
No,
the worst
you're
fear in the
right.
world. Yeah.
Worst in the world.
Worst in
yeah.
the world. You know.
That's over.
Yeah.
One of my friends is very afraid of birds. Shout out to Matt.
Really.
Birds.
Terrified of birds.
Mm.
Like it's a
Interesting.
very real fear. And I was like, we should get her on that too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how she lives a life like that. And she's a mom now.
Whoa.
What do you do if a bird comes near you and you're a kid?
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
like the fight, flight, freeze response.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're a parent, speaking as someone who's not a parent.
No, I was like, you
Uh,
have knowledge of this.
No, but I feel
gonna tell
from
her
what
what
I've
parents
heard,
would-
from my parents and other parents,
Mhm.
is like something turns on. Like if
Well,
something's coming at
yeah,
your
but,
kid,
like,
you're not just gonna like.
I
I'm so
think
afraid. You're
I
like,
was-
that's my child, and I
Yeah.
hate you, and you just get it.
Yeah, but I
just get
think
it.
I was getting more at
just
the
go.
like, she's.
You just get it.
she,
Mama bear. Yeah.
like she's gonna think that a bird is an actual threat to her kid.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No offense, Maddie.
And maybe that's not true.
It probably might be. I mean, you never know. Some birds have vendettas, I guess. But
Some birds are actual predators in nature, so
yeah,
you-
like an eagle, bald eagle, threat. A pigeon, maybe not.
Mm.
Disease.
Disease,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let the
They're-
kid near it for
Yeah.
sure. But like maybe not
Mm.
something to run in fear from.
Yeah.
Pelicans, that's an iffy one.
Geese,
Out,
Ooh,
bro.
out with
Yeah.
that.
Those things are aggressive.
They're
They're
so aggressive. They poop everywhere. They just honk at you. Golly. If you are out there and you love geese, I'm sorry.
Give us your best honk.
Give us your best honk. Yeah, send them in, people.
I was talking to you.
Oh no, I'm flipping it. You guys,
no, you
I'm
got it.
breaking the what is it, fourth wall or whatever.
Give us your best honk, Jordan.
You don't have to.
Should we do it together at the same time?
No, it'll like
One.
ruin the mics.
On the
Okay,
second
fine.
six.
Well-
One.
on May 6th.
Yeah,
Let's
Okay.
close with a honk at the ends. Yeah.
I can't promise that I'll do that with you.
I
but
probably
if you want
won't.
to,
I probably
cool.
won't.
Maybe we'll forget
Let's get all
about
honk
Yeah.
Together.
it. Send in your honks. Okay, speaking of geese,
Yeah.
Jordan,
Okay.
Jordan.
you mentioned wanting to talk about sports,
Right.
Oh, big sports
Ooh.
guy.
What can I say?
and yeah, so like
Yeah.
off the good segue from geese to sports.
Okay, it's just come up with something.
Yeah. Well, no. First question.
No, you don't have to come up with something.
He's like, I
Oh my, I'll get there. I can figure it out.
said so geese.
That I love that
Okay.
you were ready for
I was
that.
ready.
Let's go.
No question about sports for you, since we're talking about sports from
Okay.
here on out.
Yeah, no more
And not
cats,
geese.
no more
No more-
geese.
No more.
No more
My
animals.
cats are
We're talking
gone.
about real things now.
There we go. Things
they're
that bring
not
us
real.
joy, not fear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's literally what we're here for.
There we
Okay.
go.
Boom.
Sports. Okay, first of all, what sports have you personally played? What are your favorite ones to watch?
Okay, good
And
question.
are they the same? All that stuff.
Yeah, so football was my main sport growing up, both playing and watching. I played basketball growing up too. Played like a little bit of baseball, like elementary school, but didn't go
Okay.
far with it. But yeah, I've always been a big football guy. Like was super big into the NFL growing up. I'm still a fan of the NFL, but
Same.
the Cowboys, I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
and
yeah.
speaks for itself.
Yeah,
it's,
fly eagles fly, but that's
Ooh,
cool.
oof, tough.
Yikes.
Tough.
That's why we're on different sides of the
Living
couch.
out.
I can't even say anything because you guys won the Super Bowl, so you know.
Yeah, we
that's just
did.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so you're a Cowboys
Mhm.
fan.
Cowboys fan. Huge Mavs fan. It's been a roller coaster.
That's tough.
It's been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But things are on the up with the
Yeah.
Mavs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That draft pick.
yeah.
Yeah, you,
Cooper
Yeah.
Flag. Cooper Flag will
I
fly in
know all
Dallas.
about It. It was a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Let me speak to that real quick. So, I won't go long. Okay.
You have to teach me about
Okay,
it.
okay.
Like, yeah.
So I'll skip all the craziness with the
Okay.
Mavs. I'm not gonna get into that. All right. I'm gonna
All
get
right.
too heated with that. So
Cool. Yeah.
That's
Just
so
I'm not gonna do
fair.
that.
That's so fair. That's
just
so
high
fair.
level.
Jack's heard some of that already.
Yeah.
Okay. So after they committed like the worst trade in
Yes,
NBA
I know
history.
about that one.
Yes.
I do know about that one, and I won't say his name.
We won't
I
say
don't
his
know
name. We won't say his name.
Wait, we can say his name,
No,
not
I don't
not the
know it. That's why I
manager's
was-
name.
Yeah, not that guy.
We love
Luca.
we love Luca.
We love Luca.
Yeah, we're sad Luca left.
Yeah.
Luka, we're
Always a
super
Luca
sad.
fan.
Mm-hmm.
Always be a Luca fan.
I know exactly who he is, and I miss him.
My sweet Slovenian Luka Doncic.
Oh my gosh. And okay.
All right.
Man, you know he's a Mavs fan now.
Anyways.
That's good.
February 1st, my heart was broken.
Mm.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
let's skip ahead to. Actually, it might have been May 6th. Around maybe something significant did happen on May 6th. So it was around then. The NBA. Sorry, the NBA draft happens.
Yeah.
And so with the way that the NBA works, instead of like the worst team getting like the first pick,
Mhm.
there's a lottery. So all the teams who don't make the playoffs are entered into a lottery. Ping pong balls are pulled, and if you have the worst record, you're ideally gonna have a higher chance to get the first pick.
Yeah.
But if you're not guaranteed that, and so the Mavs, they barely missed the playoffs, and they had like a 70% chance to get like the number 11 pick,
Mhm.
and a 1.8% chance to get the number 1 pick, and they got the number 1 pick.
Dang.
So,
Whoa.
it's exciting.
Bingo,
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like they got the bingo.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Dang. I played
Yeah.
bingo one.
There you go.
Not that this is about bingo, but I played bingo one time, and it was a rush. I almost
Wow.
won.
Wow.
Good work.
Yeah, and now every time I think about lottery stuff, I'm like, I get it why people go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
At first I was like, I don't get it. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to
It's a
bingo.
rush. I was screaming in my apartment. I scared my dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Star.
Yeah, but it was happy screams,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's happy screams. So yeah, it's exciting to be a Mavs fan again. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
'Cause,
Cool.
My joy was definitely taken away for a while, and now it's
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
it's back.
so do
Yeah.
you just have to like make up for the losses of the Cowboys with the Mavs, or like how do you deal with that?
Yeah,
The Stars are kind of doing that.
Stars are hot
Stars,
right now.
okay. So
They're-
you're like general sports guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I
Okay.
like all
Okay.
of the Dallas sports. Hockey is more of a recent thing for me.
Okay.
I didn't really get into it till like the past like 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
Okay.
I didn't grow up a hockey fan. Like I always
Mhm.
like knew about the Stars and stuff and some of the
Yeah.
players, but yeah, I've really gotten into Stars. They're really good right now. They're going deep in the playoffs, so
Yeah.
it's a good time to get into hockey.
Okay, so question about that. Does it have to be regional for you? Like if you lived somewhere else, would you have different, is it more the communal thing for you, or is it more like, oh, this is just where I grew up, or did you grow up here?
Mhm, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
from
Or is
Dallas.
it like more just like nostalgic for you because you grew up on that?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really lived anywhere else outside of Dallas, so
Okay.
like I think if I did move somewhere, I would still stay loyal to the Dallas sports teams.
Okay.
But I do really like a big part of it for me is like just like the communal aspect and like just being a part of like a city that gets behind their teams, and like
Yeah.
Dallas is really good at that.
Yeah.
So I think that I would still kind of support some of the local teams if I move somewhere else. Like if I end up going to New York one day, I could see myself liking some of those teams.
Would
Yeah.
you move to New York?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We've thought about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Putting it out there.
yo.
Yeah.
Gosh,
We'll see.
whoa.
Dang.
I'll come
Yeah.
visit you
Pretty
guys.
crazy.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I mean, I just invited myself, but
The more the merrier.
yeah. I'll bring my friends
There you
to your tiny studio apartment.
go. Yeah. We'll make it work. We'll make it fit.
Nice.
We'll squeeze everybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I would, kind of, like, it'd be fun to, like, something that I really enjoy, like, when I'm meeting, like, people from different cities. It's like, if they're a sports fan, like, I'll ask them, like, what is it like to, like, be a fan of this team? Like, the Cincinnati Bengals, like, I work with people from, like, Ohio.
Yeah.
And just, like, the culture is just much different in
Yeah.
fandom, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Cowboys fans are something else. I'll say that.
Yeah, there's a weird. I don't know much about sports. I don't. Let the record show. But there's a very different kind of loyalty to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, there is a, like, thick and thin, like, I hope if I ever commit my life to someone that they are committed to me, like Cowboys fans are committed to their team. Because they do not care if they're winning or losing. They're like, oh, yeah, well, no, they love you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're loyal. They're loyal.
Very loyal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true for every team, but being that we're in Texas, I feel like I'm gonna be pretty specific here.
All right, do it.
No hate to
I'm not,
anybody.
no, we're not gonna. No, we're
out
This
there.
is a judgment-free zone, unless you
Okay.
say something like really
Well,
off
I
the
was just
wall
gonna say
that we like have to.
that like Cowboys fans every season are like, this is our season, this
Yep.
is our moment.
Yeah.
Similarly, Aggies fans are like, this is our season, this
Yeah.
is our moment.
Yep.
And a lot of Aggies fans are Cowboys fans and vice versa.
Yep.
And that's just an observation. I think it's funny.
correlation.
But I think
Yeah.
it's not like the Cowboys are the only franchise that,
Yeah.
is like every year, like, this
Yeah.
is going to be it.
Yeah. But there is a sense
But
of
there
like
is this, and
people
you
be
guys,
saying that.
Cowboys fans are always hopeful.
Oh, yeah.
Every
It's
beginning of every
sweet.
season, they're like, we're gonna do it.
See,
We're gonna
yeah.
do it. And then
Mhm.
throughout the
Yeah.
season, even when you're losing, you're still like,
like,
come on, guys, like, we're
yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
But
reliving the glory days.
Mm.
yes, yeah, it's been like over 30 years since they won a Super Bowl. Over 30 years
yeah.
since
But
they went to the third
feeling-
round.
For a
The
while,
feeling in the
yeah, for a
heart
while
is
it
still
was-
there.
It's-
There's
yeah.
so many.
Yeah.
you
The
know?
spirit is still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboys fans definitely get clowned for that. Like, this is
Yeah.
our year, I used to be like that. I've given up on that.
Oh.
I haven't given up on the Cowboys. I'll always be a
Right.
Cowboys fan.
He's like, whoa, whoa.
But yeah, let's
Still
get
married.
it. Let's get it straight here. I'm still a Cowboys fan, but I'm never gonna be like, this is our year. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see if
Right.
it's our year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not, but
More
it could
of a
be.
realist.
It could
Yeah,
be.
more of a realist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After so many years of dreams shattered,
Yeah.
you just have to, have some realism for sure.
Yeah. That's so fair.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's good. Okay, so Dallas sports. You said you played a few sports.
Mhm.
Did those sports that you played, did that influence how you like, as you grew up or as you were viewing the sports? Did they like play off each other at all? Did you watch the
Mhm.
sport and then be like, oh, I want to play that? Did you play the sport, be like, oh, I want to watch that? Like, how did it all kind of form? in
Yeah.
you?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So for football, I think the interest kind of came at the same time for wanting to play it and wanting to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably like late elementary school, early middle school, where like I was like really like having an interest in sports, and a lot of my friends were like playing sports and stuff, and so I'm like, I want to play, like I think that would be fun, and so started playing, and then started getting more into like the NFL, and just like that was also kind of close to the time where I got my first phone also.
Nice.
So then I was just able to like
Yeah.
follow things more,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
keep up with it more.
That's
That
fun.
makes sense.
And then fantasy football, of course, was doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Can you explain fantasy football at
Yeah.
some point? It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be right now. Let's keep going with that. But I don't think I understand fantasy football.
Yeah,
Anyways, keep
it's
going.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I understand.
But yeah, like it was cool, and like I played some quarterback growing up, and so like
Heyo.
Oh, QB.
QB.
We won. Let's
QB.
go.
Okay.
QB baby. And yeah, like that was really cool because I would like watch other quarterbacks, like professional NFL quarterbacks, and like try to like mimic some stuff after them.
Yeah.
And I just like had a lot of joy in that. Like I love like to throw the football still, like to
Yeah.
this day. Like
Yeah.
I used to tell people like all the time, like if you call me at 3 a.m. and want to throw the football, I'll probably do it, and I probably still will. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm always down
That's
for
kind
it.
of
Let's go.
sweet.
Yeah, I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
I've always
awesome.
found a lot of joy in that. And then for basketball, I played basketball for a little bit, like in middle school, and then in high school I just did football. But yeah, I guess that was kind of around the same time too, where I was like starting to become a Mavs fan, and like 2011 was around that time, and that's when they won the championship, and so
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that was like a big time to be a Mavs fan.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like I would say those kind of came together.
Mm.
And then yeah, with hockey, like I never played hockey. I can't even skate. Like I can't ice skate.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
Yes, and
Oh.
it's been rough. It's
Tough.
been rough.
Tough.
Okay.
Can you guys ice skate?
I can.
I used to live in Buffalo, New York,
Oh, yeah.
and I could
Okay.
roller skate and ice skate, and I had a little hockey stick and a little street like
Oh.
rubber hockey puck.
Yeah.
And after that, no,
Oh.
Really?
Okay. Wait.
no, I actually have a story behind that, but we don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do it later. That's
yeah.
that's the bonus stuff.
Cool.
I was gonna ask a question off that, and I forgot it.
Okay.
Clearly. obviously.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay,
I
but
forgot.
so hockey didn't play at
Yeah.
Kansas State,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
Can't skate.
started watching
skate.
it.
Has tried.
Have tried. Have failed. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you mention
Um,
baseball?
No, I didn't mention
Okay, okay.
baseball. So yeah, I played like barely, like for like a couple years, like in elementary school. But just didn't really love playing it.
Yeah.
But my brothers both played it like into high school.
Okay, cool.
So like I would always like go to their games and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
do stuff with
so
them.
you're like
Yeah.
still involved in that.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, sports guy.
Yeah. Sports guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like I was a Rangers fan. I'm still a Rangers fan, but like they were really good like in the early 2000s, and then they were like really bad later for a while, and then
Okay.
like they signed like a bunch of big players a few years ago, and so I got back in, and then the year after that they won the World Series.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's awesome.
yeah, so it's a good time to be a Rangers fan too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, cool. So, question for you. I need you to give me your 3 like highlights of sports things for you. This is like you personally, or like moments you witnessed or like watched, was there, whatever. I don't know how sports work. But like 3 highlights, only 3.
okay, 3
So
highlights.
I know it's tough.
Okay,
Love.
yeah. Let me think for a sec.
Dude, give him some background music.
Tell your ice skating story.
I mean, I can go if you need to think about
No,
it.
no, I'm just kidding.
say it.
I'm just
He's
kidding.
got it. He's got it. Jordan's
No.
professional.
Yeah, I'm good, guys. I would say one is definitely one of the ones I mentioned. Is the 2011 championship for the Mavs. That
Okay.
was super cool.
Nice.
That's the only championship they've ever won.
Okay.
Were you just like watching that?
Yeah, I was just watching it at home with my
Cool.
family,
That's
and
That's cool.
my dad is a huge Mavs fan. He was like
Nice.
a fan since the beginning, like when they were really
Oh,
bad. Like
yeah.
they were like really bad in the 90s, like
Tough.
the worst sports team across all sports.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he stuck with them through those years.
Yeah.
Come
So he
on.
was like so happy when they won in 2011, and
yeah.
it's just a good memory with
Yeah.
like my family and my brothers. My mom's like into sports too, so like just grew up a sports family, and
Oh,
that was
cool.
like a big like moment for us.
Yeah.
2, I mean, it's hard not to put the Rangers World Series up there because that's the only championship
That's so
they've
fair.
won either. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That's fair.
And that one was especially cool because I mean 2011, like I remember it pretty well. Like I was like 12 or 13. But with the Rangers, that was 2023, and like I was like an adult when they won.
Yeah.
And so like it was just a different feeling to be like
Yeah.
grown and see a
Yeah.
Dallas sports team win it. And those are the only 2 championships have happened in my lifetime for the Dallas
Yeah,
sports. So that was pretty cool. And then the third one, I don't know. I mean, there's like so many good moments. Probably okay. So there was a couple seasons ago for the Mavericks where Luka scored like 73 points, and that's
Oh,
like
whoa.
insane to do.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think that's like top 6 or 7 like all time to drop in a game. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like that was like one of my favorite games to watch of his, and
Nice.
I'm just like we have like this stud, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are probably
That's
top
awesome.
3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's fun. That was a good.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That was a
Thanks.
good question.
I think about the thing beforehand.
Nice.
Thanks.
What like in thinking back on those moments, what were the like what about them made them so meaningful for
Oh my
you?
gosh, I was literally gonna ask that, but I thought I'm talking too much.
No, you're not talking
No,
too much.
you're not.
You're good.
No, my brain. I was like, I want to hear more from you. Is what I was thinking. Like,
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
Um, like what? Can you repeat the question? I was like,
Yeah,
meaning-
like
yeah,
those
sorry.
those moments.
I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Those moments that are really fun, that are really significant for you.
Yeah.
What like why were they so meaningful? What made them so significant?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the first one would just be watching it with family.
Aw,
Like pretty
yeah.
much that whole playoff run up until the championship, like we would watch it like as a family.
Oh, yeah.
And would do that, and like I remember like there was like earlier in that playoff series, like the Mavs like beat the Lakers and like they swept them, so they won in 4 games like against Kobe, and that was like a really big
Dang,
deal.
that's huge.
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of watching like that last game of the Lakers series like at my grandparents' house, and
Yeah.
like just have a lot of good memories there.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Yeah, like I think to this day just like associate like the Mavericks with like family, you know.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, like it's just been
Yeah.
something that like my dad and I have always connected over. Like we're always talking about it whenever we're seeing each other, like what the Mavs
Yeah.
are up to, and same with my brothers.
Yeah.
And then for the Rangers, so I watched that with Gabby and a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And that was fun, just to
Yeah.
get to do that.
That's sweet.
And
Gabby's his fiance.
my fiance. And
She's super cool.
she is cool.
We're friends.
She's the best. And yeah, so something that you can do like the night like a championship is won for your team is you can like run to the store like that night and like get like a shirt for the championship game. So we did that and we waited in line for like
cool.
yeah.
I didn't know you did that. Okay.
Yeah, we waited in line for like 45 minutes and
Let's
got our
go.
shirts and I got a hat too. Just got our gear,
That's awesome.
And yeah, like I was like on a meeting the next day and I was like wearing my championship shirt and my
That's
Dallas
awesome.
coworkers was like, let's go,
Yeah.
And that was really cool too because I mean like as an adult being in the city and like just getting to kind of experience it more than like when I was a kid, just like the winning, like people are talking about it, people are
Yeah.
excited about
Yeah.
Yeah.
it, like that communal sense.
Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
So that was my favorite part about that. And then for the Luca game, I was watching that with a group of friends and we were just all going crazy the whole game. Like every point he would score, we were just going wild. And,
Yeah.
like it's a big deal if like a player gets 50. So like we were freaking out when he got 50. And then we're like,
Yeah.
maybe he'll get
Yeah.
60. And then he got 60. We're like, is he going to go for 70? And he did. He got 73. And like, it was just insane.
Crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
he was just so good. And like, he's so
Yeah.
fun to watch. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. But yeah, I guess with all those, it would just be like community, having people around. It's like, it's always more fun to like watch a game with somebody than by yourself,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good times.
Do
Good
you
times.
feel like you get just as excited when you're playing yourself? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. I never dropped 73 points. Never did that.
Well, we
Um,
can make it happen.
Yeah.
We could.
If
We
you
could.
played against
Yeah.
me, you could probably do it.
It's true. We'll see. I'm a little rusty. Um,
I don't even know if I can dribble.
that's so
I
funny.
think I can. I'm selling myself.
I think
short.
you could do
I think
it.
I can dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Yeah, I could definitely learn. I mean, you learned ABC.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And the fact that you learned it, like,
By May 6th.
By May
By May
6th,
6th, yeah.
learned your ABCs. That's
That's a big accomplishment for
that's
me.
super
yeah.
cool, bro.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But anyways, so going back to sports, do you enjoy it as much playing it as well?
Yeah, I think like growing up, I definitely did, and now it's like, well, I can't really like play football. Like I could get like a group of guys together, but that's just
Yeah.
harder to do. Like
Yeah.
with like you just need a lot of people for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone's down for that.
Mhm.
But I still try to play basketball from time to time, and
Yeah.
we'll play pickleball. Pickleball's fun.
Mhm.
I get competitive.
Yeah, yeah. Come on.
We're the Shaq and Kobe of pickleball.
Yeah.
We're
They're
the
fucking
Jays.
the
cool.
Jays,
Yeah.
an immovable object.
Yeah.
An
Immovable
unbeaten
object,
force.
which
Yeah.
is
The
not what you want to be in
unbeaten
pickleball.
force. He said, "I can keep going."
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
been beaten. Also, shout out
We
his
have, yeah.
fiance and
Yeah.
our friend Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
They're good.
Yeah,
They're
they're good.
good.
Yeah, we've
They
lost
ball.
before, but
Yeah.
Anyways.
we're pretty good though. We're pretty good.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
pretty good.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering, I can't cut it with any of them. I know all of you are really shocked. But they normally stick me on the team with a really good person, so that's kind of fun. At least they include me. Thanks, guys.
I enjoy playing with Maria. So, and also she's my friend.
I paid him to
so
say that.
That's
Keep
not
going.
true.
We all play football together.
Yeah,
Bye.
we've all played
Yeah.
before. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
it's fun.
what are you feel like?
What were you gonna ask?
What do you feel like are your favorite sports to play now, like actively?
Pickleball is definitely number one.
Okay,
That's just
why?
that's just like the easiest to play now.
Okay.
And like it's always like available to play.
Yeah.
And a lot of people play it.
Yeah.
Like we play it.
Yeah.
Me and Gabby play it.
It's a pretty low barrier to entry, and it's pretty like anybody can do it.
Yeah, we've played so many.
You've been there. You've been there a few times.
Oh, that's right. I am there. I
Yeah.
normally show up. Anyways, keep going.
Wait, what were you saying?
Pickleball.
Oh, it's just like low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
That's actually
It's
the
not
point.
hard to
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
up. It's
For
not hard
sure.
to play with other
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah, and it's just like so popular now. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've started playing with coworkers the past few weeks, and like
Nice.
Oh, fun.
yeah, that's been pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
To do that, they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
getting beat, but I'm it's good competition.
It's
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're not. Is it you and Gabby?
No.
Okay,
no.
that's your problem.
Yeah, true.
There it is.
I need a good partner.
You need,
Yeah.
yeah,
Need a-
you need a
Need either Gabby or Jack.
Jack
Yeah.
or Steve.
Yeah, or
You
Steve.
ever
Yeah, Steve's
played?
pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if me and Steve have played together before. Anyways,
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to
arrange
we'll have to
that.
do that,
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah.
He's like, hey, Steve.
Looking at you, Steve. Yeah. Shout out
Okay,
to
cool.
Steve, man.
Yeah,
I know,
shout out
shout out
to
to
Steve.
Steve.
Carl, could you
Yeah,
get that to
yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Um,
For sure.
Okay, pickleball, what else?
Pickleball. I've recently got back into spike ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. We were playing together in Austin
Mhm.
on a
Yeah,
trip we
yeah.
went
with
on.
our friend Steve and our
Yeah.
other
Steve.
friend Max, who
Yeah.
bought
And
the
Max.
set.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, spike ball's
Max
fun.
and I have played on a team, and we won.
Pickleball or
Nice.
spike ball?
Spike ball.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was there. You beat me.
Yeah.
Great work.
I was going to say that. You're welcome.
Nice.
I'll own it.
It was Gabby and you that we beat. Ha, ha,
Mhm.
ha.
When was that? Oh, never mind. We'll get into it
Yeah,
He's
later.
we'll
like,
get into it
"What?"
later.
We'll get to it later.
That's
yeah.
the
Yeah.
exact
He
face
wants the
that you
stats.
should be
He wants the
making.
stats.
We'll get to it later. Anyways,
Anyway,
yeah.
spike ball. Gotten into
Spike ball. Yeah, I used to play like all the time, like in college. Like,
okay, yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's a
super
very
often.
easy college game. I
yeah,
feel like, you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
But then like kind of just like stopped playing, and then now I'm back in. I'm locked in. You got me back.
Nice. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm locked.
I'm locked in. Yeah, spike ball, and then yeah, I mean those are really like the main two. I used to play tennis during like COVID. Like I picked it up with Gabby. Her mom is like a stud
Okay,
at
cool.
tennis. She's
That's
super
awesome.
good. Yeah, so we would play with them, and then like that kind of like brought me to pickleball from there.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's really those two. I'm always down to play basketball though, and
Okay.
yeah, I try to play basketball sometimes. Like when I get together with my brothers, like we'll play basketball and stuff. And
Nice.
Very cool.
but yeah, I'm always down to play a game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool.
I have several questions.
Okay.
I'll start with this one.
Mhm.
What about like playing sports is enjoyable for you?
Yeah.
Good question. So I think there's a few things. I think one, it's just nice to just move around and be active,
Mhm.
Yeah.
especially just working all day at like a desk job and just like sitting for a lot of the day.
Yeah.
I still try to like move around. I walk my dog sometimes during the day. You know.
Five
Yeah.
star.
Yeah. But it's just it's tough, and so like especially like the days where like I like go and play with coworkers like right after work, like that's really nice because it's just like
Yeah.
now my evening started too. Like it's just kind of like a good like segue for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just fun. Like I just like doing that with people. I like being competitive. It just feels good to like play with people and just like have fun, and also
Yeah.
feels good to win. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big competitive guy.
Yeah. Big yeah. I guess. Yeah.
That's my, yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I feel like that's like half the battle in sports. So it's just like
Yeah.
wanting to win.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And then also being good. I mean that.
Yeah.
The means.
Yeah,
of
and
winning.
yeah, that's part of it too. Like I always like want to improve. Oh my goodness, voice crack. I always want to. That was bad.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh.
I didn't even hear it.
I like felt it in my like veins.
In your veins.
Yeah, my veins. Yeah.
Your veins were like. Ah.
Yeah. They were vibrating. Yeah, like I think it's just always fun to like improve. Like with pickleball, like I've been playing with like people at work who are pretty good, but like it's
Yeah.
making me better.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah.
it's like I feel like I'm not doing great, but it's like this is gonna make me better in the long run. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So like staying active,
yeah,
improving yourself. Also, again, being with people.
Yeah.
Enjoying that. That's cool.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go a different direction because we're talking about like community
hmm
and like just how communal and unifying sports is and can be. What about the sports that are like golf
Yeah.
or like disc golf in college, or the sports that are like spike ball, or the ones that aren't as popular or that are more, I don't know, kind of like quiet
Yeah.
in a way.
Mhm.
Like
Um,
less like movement. you
Yeah,
mean?
it's less like in basketball, football, soccer, hockey. You've got like these big stadiums full of people who are just like going crazy, and it's so fun. And then you've got like golf or tennis, and the vibe is
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Good questions.
what? I don't know. Go
What
into that
about?
difference. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fast pace, like more intense things. Like
Yeah.
I mean that way when it comes to
Mhm.
sports. Like I just like to move and like try to do things like fast, and like
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fun. Like I think that's part of the challenge.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
just trying to get for that ball or do something.
Yeah.
But I also like, I mean, with like the quieter sports, like I've never really played golf before.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I've done like Top Golf, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never done like a real game of golf, and I think that would be fun. Like I have some friends that are starting to get into it, and I have family who have been playing it for years now, and I kind of see that as like something that I would maybe get into like down the road, but it just hasn't been something I've done yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
What were some of the other sports that you named?
Oh, well, disc golf.
Disc
Does that
golf.
even count?
Yeah, that counts.
Disc golf. I said tennis. Like
Tennis,
just different
yeah.
things like that where spectating it, like the culture around it is different.
Yeah, then like
Playing
football.
it,
Yeah.
For sure.
it's just different. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool to have like a balance, of like low key and then like more intense, because sometimes it's nice to have, you're still being competitive, you're still moving and being active and being with people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like more chill and like lower stakes in some ways,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I do like that. But yeah, like with some of those sports, like I could see myself like doing those things as I get older, because like when I'm like in my 50s, it's gonna be harder to play basketball, like like
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
like I would now,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like it would be easier to play tennis or golf or pickleball like when I'm
Mhm.
older. So
Yeah.
I'm never really closed off to learning a new sport or like learning
Yeah.
something new. Like I think it's fun to do that. I think it can be challenging in the beginning,
Yeah.
just like not knowing how to do it well or not knowing even some of the rules.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
yeah, that's something I would be open to.
Yeah. Do you like soccer?
I've never been into soccer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how my brother is.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, my brother's a big sports guy. You guys would maybe be friends.
Nice.
Maybe. I'm just kidding.
We'll see.
No,
We'll
you'll be
see.
friends.
I'm just kidding.
No, he always says the same thing. He's like, it's a different vibe that you kind of have to like be into or not. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put words in your mouth. Sorry, Colin. But I'm not gonna put words in your mouth.
The thing with soccer, well, I've never really watched it because it's like not like huge in the U.S. as far as
Yeah.
just like watching like
Fair.
teams.
Yeah.
I mean, there's FC Dallas, but like I've never really been into
Mhm.
that. And playing soccer, like I had a lot of friends growing up who played soccer, but I am horrible at kicking with my feet. Like doing anything with my feet,
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
bad at it. Like when it
Well,
comes,
skating.
yeah, like skating. Yeah, there you go.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
funny. Yeah.
So yeah, it just it never
Yeah.
it never stuck for me.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Fulham Football Club,
Oh, didn't even notice. Nice.
Premier League Fulham. For all you Americans out there who don't know what that is, the Premier League is a soccer league in England. And this is a team in that league. So
He's like, Maria doesn't know. I don't.
yeah,
You would be right.
I guess it's really not a big thing here in the U.S.
No,
Okay.
no.
Anyways, we can
I
move
mean,
on.
well,
We
no,
don't have
I
to
mean,
talk
it's
about
probably
it.
not. I mean, it might be a big thing in the U.S. To be fair.
Not here. Not in this room.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I feel like I should not be your litmus test for
Oh.
sports things.
Okay.
Like, I do not know sports. Like, I know
Okay.
a little bit about
Okay.
things. Like, I used to be a cheerleader.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I learned some sports so that we wouldn't say the cheers at the wrong time.
Mm.
I would say like cheerleading is even a sport. Like I would.
Yeah,
I
it
would
is.
count that.
I didn't
Yeah.
do that though. I mean, I
Okay.
did it 1 year, and I hated it.
It's
Like
tough.
I did competitive cheer 1 year. And it was probably the worst thing I'd ever done. No offense. We did really great. It was like a cool. Like I'm glad I did it. Like I'm glad I had the experience. But I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Like,
Okay. A one and done. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a one and done thing. So I don't know. I'm definitely not your litmus test for sports because I think they're all really interesting though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of. I think it's always really interesting when you're engaging your critical thinking and also like your body when
Yeah.
you're doing something. So so I think that that's really intriguing. I personally am not very coordinated. Well, I guess I'm not uncoordinated, but I'm not the most coordinated. So I don't understand that, and I think that's what trips me up a little bit. But I think it's really cool watching somebody who's like really good at what they do.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? Or even honestly watching you guys play pickleball, it's kind of fun.
Nice.
So I'm like, oh, they know
Oh,
it. Like,
thanks.
yeah, you're welcome.
yeah,
you're
thanks.
welcome.
That's
Appreciate
fun.
it.
Yeah. So.
Maria, question for
Yes.
you.
There we go.
We're
Yeah.
talking about like
Sports.
love of sports,
Uh-huh.
and the two of us enjoy sports, enjoy
Yeah.
playing sports, watching sports. Jordan more than me for sure. Just like having your like team loyalty and stuff, and
Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
it's cool. But for you,
Mhm.
what is like sport? What are sports like for you as somebody who's not like super into sports? Like,
Well, sports are very emotional for me,
okay,
which sounds dumb, but like I am the girl who's crying in every sports movie, even though I'm not a sporty gal. But I'm like, oh, they worked so hard, and they did it. Like I mean, and so I feel similarly to sports. I'm like, I know enough of what's going on. What do you say?
I'm that girl too.
Really?
Yeah, every sports
It
movie.
gets you.
Yeah,
I mean,
every
pretty much
sports
any movie
yeah,
ever.
but you're a movie
No way.
crier. I mean,
Literally put on any movie and I'll cry.
I
But the
don't-
sports movies, I'll weep.
No way.
I will
Yeah,
weep, bro.
it's
Overcoming
different.
adversity.
Yeah.
Finding
Yeah.
like renewed relationships in your family and with your team.
always. They
Like there's
always be
there's
doing
the,
that, I
the
know.
redemption
Yeah.
and the grit and the
Yeah.
like. Oh,
Yeah.
Does it hit
It's
harder for you
overwhelming.
when it's like a true story, or does it not make a difference?
No, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. okay.
I think it makes a difference. I'm a cry either way,
Okay.
but it makes a difference if I know
I'm a
like,
cry
oh,
either.
this is real. Like
Yeah.
my dad went
Yeah.
to T.C. Williams. It's no longer called T.C. Williams, but it's the high school of Remember the Titans.
Oh, nice.
And he was there after that, but it's based on a true story, and there's like a
Mhm.
personal tie to it, and so it's like,
That's super cool.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
cool. But
Yeah, those get me every time. I
Yeah.
just feel like I just really, really appreciate when people put in a lot of work for something and then things pay off, or even when they don't.
yeah,
I think that's really powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I like, yeah. And I think it's partly because I grew up in a family, like all of my mom and my dad and my brother are all very sporty.
Okay.
So I think I also just like saw them put in time to things and like was like, oh,
Mm.
and they're super into that kind of stuff. And so I did sports involuntarily because my family made me. but
that's funny.
but like I did never really enjoy it that much myself, but I really appreciated it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess you didn't ask me the question. You asked me the question. I really appreciated it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I
Gotcha.
I like agree with what you're saying, and like I even like experienced that like playing sports growing up, and like I just think it just teaches you like so many good things with like perseverance and like overcoming like hard things, and like
Yeah.
even like if your team doesn't win, like you still put in all that work and like tried your hardest, and like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think it's such a good experience like for kids to do, you know, like
yeah,
growing up. Like I think
so too.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone should at least have the opportunity to do it if they want to.
That and
Yeah.
piano. I feel like some
Piano.
kind of sport and a musical thing.
Yeah.
If I ever get married and have kids, my kids they're just not going to know a life without some kind of sport or piano. Like they're just not going to know that that's an option to not do.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
So I
good.
just feel like those things are like so important and they teach you so many different things and
yeah,
I don't know, especially with sports and thinking like there is a level. Okay, sorry to poke fun at Colin again. Love ya. There is a level where like my brother thinks that he can do literally everything. You know what I
Nice.
mean? And I really genuinely attribute it to like I think it's a sports thing of like you just work hard and you work harder and you know what I mean. And to be fair, you're good at a lot of things, Colin. So like it works out for him. But I do feel like there's just this level of like endurance and perseverance that was instilled in him that like I don't know if I have that.
yeah,
I'm the kind of person that's always said like if I'm in the zombie apocalypse, my method of action is to lay down and just let them take me. I'm like, I don't want to fight that. I don't want to do, you know. My brother has an apocalypse plan, you know. So
Wow.
I feel like that has a lot to do with it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Like attributing that to
Yeah.
sports, I think is interesting. I don't think
I
it's,
think it
I don't
is.
think you're far off. I just
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I
I've
think
never
it is
thought about
because he
it
like
that.
from a very young age, you just like work really hard at it and you just keep going. And not that I didn't work hard,
yeah.
and I always do get back up. But
Did you learn an instrument when you were younger?
no,
Okay.
I mean I.
Have you worked hard at anything ever?
Have you ever done anything?
How do you get anything done?
I know.
Oh, you didn't play sports? Oh, no wonder.
Oh.
Tracks.
Okay, to be
No,
fair,
that's the
I did
sport.
play
That's
sports
the-
involuntarily. Let the record show. My parents did get to a point, especially when I was in sixth grade, and they were like, "No offense, but you have to do a sport. You're not allowed to not do anything." And I was in regular PE, and they were like, "That's not going to work." So I joined cheer, mainly because there wasn't a cheer coach at the time, and I thought this is probably a good indicator that I don't have to do anything. And then we got a cheer coach. And all my worst fears came true. So,
Dang.
but it did end up being really fun. I did enjoy cheer, but like,
That's good.
Nice.
but it was one of those things where I was like, I did not want to do this, but I did. My parents made me do like softball and like all growing up, and and I did the same thing though. Like I distinctly remember when I was young, and my coach coming up to me and being like, "Hey, you want to pitch?" And I said, "No." And I've never been in more trouble with my dad because he was like, "Why would you say no?" Like, because I had been practicing because he was wanting me to fill in to be a pitcher.
Oh.
So he just came to me and was like, "This is your moment." And I was like, "No, let's go."
Oh no.
That's
That's
funny.
okay. And my dad was like, "You can't say no. You've been practicing." I was like, "I didn't want to." I was like, "You want me to lie to him?" Like, I didn't want to.
Dang.
So, and then I ended up doing it.
Okay. How did that go?
Nice.
I mean, I don't remember.
Oh.
I know I did it.
Okay. That's good.
So, I don't
You
know.
went through with it.
I did go through with it. But
I feel like
anyways.
that's the biggest thing. Like I'm thinking of sports growing up and how if it's taught right, it should be like such an incredible like opportunity to grow your mental kind of
Mhm.
just state and toughness and like
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
thinking of there's a prayer called the Serenity Prayer, which I love, but it's God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change,
Mhm.
the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm just like, when you're playing sports, like the ups and downs of you're, losing or practice doesn't go well or like you're benched this week and then you go and you win and maybe you're winning a championship or maybe you're just like
Mhm.
scoring well and your team still loses but you feel good. Like
Yeah.
there's so many ups and downs and week to week it's different, but there's something about sticking with it and that faithfulness that just like starts to teach you,
Yeah.
there are things I can't control here. I'm just going to do the best I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to
Mhm.
learn that. It doesn't
Yeah.
click.
Yeah.
Or it didn't for me at
Mhm.
least. It didn't click.
Yeah.
Until I was like an adult, but
Until you grow up and you become a Cowboys fan and you start every year saying this is
Yeah.
our year.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
even being a fan
Eagles
teaches
so-
you things. Yeah, yeah, it's cool because I feel like it just teaches you so much that just like carries over to like outside of sports too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like just
Mhm.
like life, like your job
Mhm.
and just career
Yeah.
and just
What
like
are those things for you personally?
I mean, I would say perseverance was definitely one.
Mhm.
There was a lot of perseverance that I was taught when I was playing sports, just especially playing football in Texas, like just it being so hot.
Yeah, I
I-
didn't think about that.
I hated practice.
They just shove you
It
out there
is.
and
Yeah.
say,
They're like good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, and you're in full
Even like
pads.
Gatorade
It's
and
a
stuff.
run.
Yeah, we had-
It's like gross.
Yeah, we had
and
like
you're
those
"Huh?"
like waters where it's like a hose kind of.
yeah, what
Yeah.
do we call it? Was it like a water horse or whatever?
Yeah, I think a water horse. Yeah.
With the little hose that
Yeah.
you like tilt
Yeah.
and it.
Yeah.
It's like an udder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like
It's
an
wonky. It's
Yeah.
wonky.
That's such
But it's
Everybody-
the water's hot, right? Or
Yeah, it was like
for us
kind of
most the
warm.
time.
It's kind of warm. It tasted good. I'm not gonna lie, because we were all like
Did
so
it
thirsty.
Taste, yeah, I was like, did
Yeah.
it taste good or were you just thirsty?
We were just
Yeah.
thirsty. Yeah. But like
That's
one
really
guy would
funny.
always be hogging it or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough. Like I really didn't like practice for a while, but games
Yeah.
were always so fun, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like just like the perseverance of like, okay, we're doing this for something, and even if we didn't win, it was still fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, perseverance. I think discipline also. Like
Mhm,
I would,
yeah.
for football, just because I really enjoyed it, and like I said, like I love to throw the football.
Yeah.
Like I would like put in time like outside of practice and just like go throw like in our backyard growing up we had like this big like play for it, like this wooden thing.
Nice.
And there was like swing sets on the side, and I would just like go out for like an hour after practice and just like throw through the swings.
Yeah.
Just like do that and like blast music, and like that was just a really good time for me.
Nice.
And it would just clear my head and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think like the perseverance, the discipline, and then just working as a team and just communicating in like high stress, high stakes environments.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the game, like you have to like communicate clearly with your teammates, but also like outside of the game and just like being on a team,
Mhm.
just like making sure that like everyone feels heard, everyone feels like that they're being listened to and cared for
Sweet.
in certain ways, and
Yeah.
yeah, teamwork for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good.
Mm.
Yeah. I would love to like off that talk more about the like unity when you're on the court, when you're off the court watching someone else. Like, what are those? I don't know. Like, yeah. Tell me more about like how sports is unifying.
Yeah.
Or how you see
Or
that play
have you
out.
ever been on a team where it wasn't and it was like weird, you know?
Yeah, I've been on some teams where there's
I-
always gonna be. Oh,
Tell it.
go
I'm
ahead.
just kidding.
Oh, there's always like some guys that aren't gonna love each other, you know. Especially if it's
Yeah.
like a big team, like there's gonna be some conflict. Like sometimes there are like some fights and stuff.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of rough because then like you have to like be careful like that those guys like aren't interacting too much, and it kind of just like throws off the vibes a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then like with like pickleball, like it can just be kind of tough because like if you're going and like you don't know anybody or it's just random people,
Yeah.
like you want to like be
Yeah.
the best teammate you can and like communicate well, but like you don't really know them, you know, and you don't
Yeah.
know how they're gonna play, you don't know how they best receive feedback or even if they want feedback.
Yeah. Fair.
And so that can be tough. But on like really good teams, like, you know, I just think communication is key. And I think just like chemistry, you know, like if you've
Mhm.
spent time with each other, like there's
Yeah.
going to be unity there because like you're used to each other's like habits, you're used to like how you play, how you want to receive feedback. Yeah. What was like the other question that you guys asked?
Well, as a fan,
As a fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
What, like, how do
Yeah.
you experience that unity as a
Yes.
fan?
Yeah. So I love going to games in person. I think that's so fun. I try to do it as much as I can. I think honestly, Stars games out of the 4 Dallas sports probably have the best atmosphere, I would say.
I've
like,
heard that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to a Stars game?
No.
No.
Okay,
I've been
dang.
to hockey games, but not Stars.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it's just like it's booming like the whole
That's
time.
awesome.
Especially if it's like
That's
a
cool.
like a high stakes game and like it's getting close to the end, like it's just crazy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I think that's fun and just like I was thinking about it today. Like I just like it's fun at the end of the game. Like especially if you win, of course. Like even if you lose, just like everyone has the same like attitude at the end of the game as you're walking
Yeah.
out. You know, like
Yeah.
everyone's celebrating,
Uh-huh.
super excited if it's a win, and if you lost, like everyone's gonna be frustrated and like
Yeah.
you're feeling the
Yeah.
same way. You know.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
No, I've
Um,
never thought about that. That's
yeah.
true. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then even if you know you didn't go to a game, but like you're watching with a group of people, it's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Just a
Mhm.
lower scale.
Yeah.
Or you know just like talking with people on social media or like seeing posts and like everyone is like kind of thinking the same
Yeah.
things, but you're just
Yeah.
seeing it
Uh-huh.
written out and
Yeah.
it's cool. So there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot of unity with Dallas sports. Like I think
Mhm.
people really embrace like the teams here and
Mhm.
you know like the unified outrage like this past
Yeah.
few months
Yeah.
with the Mavericks.
I
Like
did feel like the pressure as a person who had no idea what was going on to be outraged.
yeah.
I was like, what? No, like, like things, and then I was like, I don't know why I'm saying this. Like, I actually feel none of this.
I don't know what happens, but
it-
yes.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I felt the pressure of like, I was like, I need to care about this.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I was on the side of like all the social media stuff that was like, okay, what just happened is similar as if this would have happened to this music group or whatever. And I
Oh,
was like,
that's funny.
Have you seen those?
Nice.
They're funny.
No, I haven't, but
Wow.
that's funny.
They're funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, so things like that to where it was like there's still a level even when you don't understand that people want to be unified in some
Yes.
way to the point where they're like, let me try and speak your language so that you feel what I'm feeling about this thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm here for that. Like
Yeah.
super here for that.
Yeah.
And now I'm, I don't know what's going on. So, but like, I mean, I know factually, like, but I now can like share in the feeling a little bit because of some of those posts or whatever. But I think that's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, it wasn't cool, but it was interesting to.
He's like, I'm upset.
Yeah, it was just really interesting. Like I had never seen that before in like sports at all, and
Yeah.
it was just really cool because like people who like weren't even like huge Mavs fans like knew who Luca was
Yeah.
and
Right.
like we're upset about this. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And just the, like I mean like those Fire Nico chants at Mavs games.
Yeah.
Like those were like every game, and then
Yeah.
like even at like Rangers games and Stars games, like they were
Yeah.
chanting that. And it's just like it's
That's
crazy.
funny.
Like that's the most
You're like,
unified I've probably
That's so
seen the
funny.
Dallas sporting community. to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's funny.
yeah, and like even at like a San Antonio Spurs game, like they were chanting Fire Nico. Like,
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
so definitely have seen a lot of unity this past year.
Yeah.
A lot of outrage unity.
Yeah.
But you know things are on
Yeah.
the up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool, and like I love that about sports. Like just kind of like the discourse of it.
Yeah.
You know. Like there's always like narratives and stuff, and like people can get unified behind that as well. Of like everyone in Dallas at least like thinks that like Luka should have been MVP last year, and like I agree, but
He's like,
yeah.
you're not wrong.
Yeah, they're not wrong. But you know, like people just get behind like narratives and like you know will really like support it or like not support it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and like especially with social media, like I feel like that's really changed sports over the past
Yeah.
decade.
Mhm.
Like people will be unified in like flaming a player, like if he does poorly,
Right.
you know.
Mhm.
Which is tough.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, that is
really
tough. I
tough.
would hate that.
Yeah,
That
I
would
can't
suck.
even imagine to be that player and
Yeah, I know,
receive
right?
that kind of
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
But then like if people love you, they're gonna also make it known on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can kind of be like a mob mentality sometimes. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good with it too.
Yeah. I think that's really interesting. I'm still like stuck on the like just I like how you said the mom mentality because I feel like that's more unifying of it. One of my favorite parts about concerts is right before like between the opener and the like headliner because nobody in the crowd knows what to do with themselves. Like I don't know if you've ever like noticed that.
Yeah.
But everybody's just standing there and like, oh, so and you like kind of have to talk. Like you just got off this like high of there was music, but it wasn't the person you came for, but you're like still cool with it. But like then it's just like a shared awkwardness that like it's my favorite part of the whole thing because I'm like I feel like it sets the table for the headliner to come in such a better way, you know?
That's
'Cause-
funny, yeah.
Yeah, because you're like you feel this weird tension that everybody's ready for this to stop. Like they're like
Yeah.
ready for the person to come. They're also like unified in some way, but I've been to concerts where I'm like I don't even know the headliner. Like I'm just going. And I still feel that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like sports captures that so much better of like just this like unifying spirit to it that doesn't just like stay somewhere, but it like lingers with you throughout because you're talking about it like at work and you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like to the point where I'm like, I as a non-sports person have to learn what's going on because every conversation's about it. It's the same way as like in girl world, I have to figure out what I always watch the like men tell all or women tell all of Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Nice.
And I watch the finale because I'm like, I literally can't have a conversation with a girl if I don't know what's going on. And I
that's
feel the same
funny.
way with sports sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's this lingering like mob mentality of we're all on the same page. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it is
And
interesting.
really cool.
That's definitely like another way that I've experienced like the unity as a fan because like
Oh, okay.
not every person is into sports.
Yeah.
But there's a good amount of people who are.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone you don't even know, like even if you don't really have anything in common, like I could still talk with them about sports.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And like that's really nice. And if there's like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of an example. Like maybe like a new coworker and like, you know, I'm like, oh, do you like, you know, the Mavericks? And he's like, oh yeah. And
Right.
it's like, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
automatically
yeah.
connected in
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that can be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. What makes a sport like what makes a sport? What makes something you
Great
can
question.
define
That's a great question.
that you can say like, yeah, that's a sport?
Mm.
Because there's so many different
There's
things
so
that
many
are
different
technically
types.
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are called sports.
Yeah.
But so like for you, how would you define
Yeah.
sport?
It's a good question. I never really thought about like a definition before. Yeah, I mean, I think you have the big ones, of course. You know,
Yeah.
I think those would fall into that category. But I'm trying to think for like the other sports. I mean, I would definitely be like something active, like something that you're moving around for, but also something that you're competing in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can move around, like you can like go on a walk or something like that.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't call that a sport. I mean, it
You
could
like,
be.
run, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like strategy or competitiveness.
Yes.
Right.
To
Yeah.
play into those. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say walking could be a sport in some capacities. But yes, running is definitely like a sport, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like a marathon or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not that, I mean, I guess you technically are like competing against other people, but like you're kind of
Yeah.
competing against yourself in some ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say something active, something you're competing for or like against.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm trying to come up with like one other
I mean, it's
reason.
like
yeah.
strategic.
that's
I feel
kinda-
like
Yeah,
like to be a sport, it has to be active, competitive,
strategic. Yeah,
for sure.
I like that.
Some type of
Yeah,
strategy going into it.
yeah. I think that fits
Right.
it.
That's what I said.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said strategy, right?
My bad.
You both were like, "Wait, I've got a new idea."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was
Sorry, Maria.
Everybody-
my
like,
bad.
This just came to me.
So Maria said strategy as well.
Yep.
And
Good one.
It was really good. It was really
It's a good
good
word.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Cool.
Strategy. 100% Maria. I agree. It's a good thought.
That was funny.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I think that would.
What else?
Yeah, I think that would
Anything?
really cover like most of the sports. Like I'm trying to think of like the non-traditional sports.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
esports.
Yeah. I guess like esports
Which
that would work
is-
too, because like you're competing. Like
Yeah.
it's you're not really active in a physical way, but you're active in like a more of a mental, strategic way.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah.
And
So I
I
still
think
have
that.
to have a lot of.
Oh yeah,
reflex
for
and
sure.
a lot of-
Hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
very true. Yeah, like ping pong. That's the same. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would fit it. Competitive, strategic, active.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Should we move into our kind of 3?
Yeah. Oh
Questions?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't even gotten there. Dang.
That's true.
Carl was
I
giving me a
never-
cue card, like,
Oh.
wrap it
Yeah.
up.
I've had
Never
Carl.
in my life did I think I was going to talk that long about sports and get lost in it.
Hey.
Heyo.
And did you have
During-
fun doing it?
You've changed me.
Awesome.
Let's go.
There we go. A new convert right
Man,
here.
Make your mark.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's go.
May 6th, mark the date.
May 6th.
It's not May 6th.
It's actually.
But you should still mark
so far away from
Yeah.
May 6th.
Yeah. It's,
No. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. We usually try to ask everybody as far as like their activity and all of that kind of stuff. What are you doing? What is that thing? And how would you define it? Which you kind of already touched on, but if you want to add anything else to that. Then we also like to ask people like, where are you going with that? Like, what does that look like for you as far as any goals that are in the near future or maybe even some goals later? But thinking about where are you going with sports? What would you want to experience or have? What kind of goals would you have?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so what am I doing? Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'll expand. I play pickleball right now. I'm getting back into spike ball. I've been going on a lot of walks lately, so
Nice.
been doing that. Obviously, with the dog, it kind of is like worked into my schedule. But I've
Yeah.
been trying to do longer walks. It's just it's so hot.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, Texas heat.
Um,
I'll get you.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna start doing like earlier morning walks. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I won't get into the going part yet. But yeah, walks, and then I was running, and then I got
Okay.
COVID like last month, which is
Ah,
crazy.
brutal.
You got
It's
COVID
okay.
last month? I'm so
But
sorry.
I thought
Yeah.
the thing was like over.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Pretty
don't judge him for getting
pretty embarrassing to get it for the first time in 2025.
You got
What
it
a
for the
throwback.
first time?
Yeah.
Throwback. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was wild.
Dang.
So that kind
5
of
years late.
yeah, 5 years late. Never got it.
Man.
Dodged a lot of bullets on the way,
Yeah.
but it finally
Honestly,
got me.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you keep your taste?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
never
That's
lost
good.
it. Yeah. So
Some people haven't gotten it back yet, so.
you?
No,
Oh.
I get taste just fine.
I was like, I mean,
No, but I know people who are like, yeah, I still,
I've
it
heard
hasn't
that.
been the same.
yeah, my brother says that he can't taste bacon the same.
Really?
Oh,
Like
that's
Isn't
it,
that
it
unfortunate? Yeah.
like it tastes different, or it has no
It
taste.
like yeah, it didn't taste good to him during COVID, and now it just tastes different,
Oh,
and it's like not as good.
that's so brutal.
I know,
That
right?
is
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
tough.
keep going.
Yeah. Was running, open to getting back into that in
Yeah.
the future.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say those are the main things for doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also just trying to be just more active with like working out, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, for going, like I want to take longer walks. I want to like wake up earlier in the mornings.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person, so that's difficult for me.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
something that like I've wanted to do for a while, so I'm like, I just need to do
Yeah.
it, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
forced to because it's way too hot to be walking.
That's- yeah.
So yeah, doing that, and then I also want to get back into running. Same thing. It's just hot.
Yeah.
And the thing for me, I don't know if you guys run at all, but like, I get bored on a treadmill. Like it's just like
Okay.
Mhm.
like it's good because it's like inside and you don't have to deal with like the elements, but
Mhm.
it's just I don't know. Like I kind of just like space out and I'm like okay, but
Yeah.
I like running outside because like I'm going somewhere. Like I'm like
Mhm.
seeing something new.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I just think that's fun. So
Yeah.
I want to get back into that. Like maybe like running like 3 times a week. You know, going in that direction.
Mhm.
And then I want to play more basketball too. So we should play
Yeah.
basketball
Okay.
soon.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Come
play.
on. Come on, Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Maria's the
dribble.
hooper out of us, so.
Yeah.
I can dribble.
Yeah, you can dribble. You can dribble circles around us.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know if I can dribble in a circle. It's
You
like
could,
carried away.
You could dribble in front of us.
I can show you my dribbling.
Yeah. You could, yeah, put on a show of your dribbling in front
Yeah,
of us.
yeah,
Yeah.
Up
On
and
the
down.
halftime show.
Yeah, there you
That's all you
go.
need.
Maria's going to dribble 3 times. Nice job, Maria.
Yo, you did so good. You're so
Nice
proud.
job. But yeah, I want to play basketball more, so we should play sometime soon. That'd
Let's
be
go.
fun. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last
Okay, and
question.
then last question is, what would be your peak, like just peak sports moment?
Peak
Yeah.
sports moment. Like
Could
something-
be viewing, could be something
Okay.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like.
And this is something that's like
anything.
already happened, or something I would want to
No,
happen.
no,
No,
this
would
is like
want
in
to
the
happen.
Okay,
future.
awesome.
Like you
Okay,
haven't
cool.
peaked yet.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
haven't
That's what I was about to
peaked
say. We're not there yet.
Come on.
We're not there yet, guys.
Yeah, no, this
Oh.
is like when I have accomplished this, I will feel like I've peaked
Okay.
in sports.
That's a really good question. I feel like there's multiple elements that I would put into this. Like I think
Yeah.
like
Okay.
one
Yeah.
would just be getting into better shape.
Okay.
I've been wanting to get into better shape for a while, and I think that would definitely be part of it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think of like a sports moment. Honestly, okay, I'll say this, and this is kind of crazy for me to say, but I think I want to do it someday. I think it would be cool to run like a half marathon or something like
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
that's
go.
cool.
Yeah.
that.
Come on.
Like I want to get back into running. Like it's something that like I used to do more consistently, and then like for the past few years, like I just haven't as much, and like it's just something I want to do. So I think
Yeah.
being back in shape and maybe running a half marathon one
Yeah.
day.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be kind of
That would be
crazy.
cool. We come.
Yeah.
With the signs.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Maybe
awesome.
some water on the side. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Come
There you go.
on.
Some orange slices. Yeah. But yeah, I think I think that would be pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. That would be a peak.
Any peaks as a viewer, as a sports
As a
fan?
viewer.
Like what
Great
would
question.
be a peak there?
Probably. I don't know. I want to say the Cowboys winning a championship, but I just think it's too unrealistic. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, this
This
yeah.
is like dream. We're in the dream
Yeah,
space.
we're in dream world,
Everything's
baby.
okay in the dream.
Yeah.
You could say
that's
you're
true.
running a full marathon.
Can I be
That's
honest?
true. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I be honest? And to the Eagles
Yeah.
fans out there, please don't hurt me.
I don't think that in our 16 viewers
Ooh.
that there's an Eagles fan in there.
We have one.
Oh.
I'm not gonna call
Okay.
him out for he can share that when he's ready. Not that he doesn't share that. Anyways, as an
I was
Eagles
like,
fan,
is he
I
a
was
quiet
just gonna say,
secret? Just a
no,
closeted
he's not.
Eagles fan?
No, I just don't want to like do him like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
It's fair.
Yeah,
We're
I
in-
think my
we're in
brother
cowboy
like that.
country.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
enemy
Colin.
territory.
I really
Yeah.
didn't mean to call you out so
And
much.
as the enemy, I'd like to say I would
Okay.
love to see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Especially living in
Oh,
Dallas.
Yeah.
This
Uh-huh.
city is gonna be so fun.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna
when,
lose their minds.
when the
Yeah.
Cowboys win
Okay.
the Super Bowl.
When.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's gonna be
Yeah.
so fun.
Positivity.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
ours, so you get
Yeah.
yours.
Okay.
Come
You
on.
get
That's
yours.
fair. Yeah. Yeah, you guys got two the past few years. Past
Yeah.
like 7 years, yeah. But
He's
yeah.
like, I want this for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I honestly like would say the Cowboys, but I'm not fully convinced because I mean, I've never seen them win. Like even go
Ever.
ever.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ever. Never seen them do that.
I've never seen them win.
And you're right. The city would go insane.
It would
They
be
would
crazy.
Because
lose
as
their
much as the
mind.
city supports the other sports, like it's a Cowboys.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
But honestly, I just love the Mavs so much, and even though I have conflicting feelings right now, I still think I would pick the Mavs. Like that would be like a peak moment
Okay.
to see them
Okay.
win another
Come on.
championship.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It'd be fun.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
for
good.
sure.
Dang.
Dang.
Yeah,
Nice.
and let's
Well-
go Stars. Let's go Stars, baby.
Let's go
And
Stars.
let's go
Yeah.
Stars, baby.
Let's
Yeah,
go
we're
Stars, baby.
recording this like while the playoffs are going on.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true. Yeah.
So
Stars are still in.
Yep,
you never know.
third round.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could be, could be.
hockey be crazy. So
Yeah,
Hockey do be crazy.
yeah,
It'd be
the
crazy.
fights. Yeah,
the fights.
Crazy.
yeah.
Well,
I think it's time for you guys to honk.
yeah. This has been Better Than Bookstacks.